What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Shizzy Mac, and I'm back with another little video for y'all, man. This is not a prank, not a mukbang, not a challenge. This video gonna be like really something like different. You know what I mean? If you guys hear tab in the background, it's raining out here in Philly. It's raining, so the rain is falling down here in the air conditioner. Like I said, this video is something different, man, like real different. And I'm doing something that a lot of these other YouTubers don't do, and something a lot of people don't do, especially people my age, you know what I'm saying? I'm not doing this for clout, as people want to say, or to be judged or anything like that. I'm speaking nothing but the truth, my truth. Excuse me, sorry. I had to drink. I cheated on my diet, too. I cheated on my diet. But this is really going to be like something different, man. Real different. But if you're new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe. Join your boy Shizzy and She Lovely, man, because we haven't been on the road, but we about to get back on the road. Like, we've been real busy, real super busy. We got some heat coming for y'all, man. I promise y'all. I promise we got some heat coming for y'all. I'm here to tell my experience with something that a lot of people say they had experience with, but I'm coming to tell y'all my experience, you know what I'm saying? And as you can tell by the title of the thumbnail, my experience with, you know, with death, dying, you know what I'm saying? You got your girl, She Lovely, over there in the cut, you know what I'm saying? So, that's one of my witnesses for a fact. All right, so as y'all know, June 27th, I was in a crazy car accident here. I was hit by a city bus. And, you know, I don't remember exactly what happened that whole day. I don't remember nothing. Like, I don't remember anything. You know, she was telling me that I went somewhere to meet one of my guys. Like one of my business partners. And then she said I came back down and I went inside one of my old jobs, and she said I hung up. And then when I called her back, I was on the way home. And then she said when I got to the intersection near a place called Frankfurt here in Philly, near the high school, actually called Frankfurt. I said that a car, I went to my stop sign. I stopped at the stop sign and I went, and the car ran a stop sign or whatever. And the bumper came off, and she said that I said, I'm trying to remember, y'all. She said that I said, oh, well, I'm not stopping or whatever for them. They ran into the back of my truck or whatever. So I kept going. And then after that, she said all she heard was just a big, like, explosion, like, boom. And then she just heard my horn. Like, it was all this noise. She just heard my horn or whatever. All right, so that's what happened. But on our security cameras, and I don't know who got the video. You hear me talk. You hear me talking to her through the security. She was screaming and hollering on the camera or whatever. So she talking to me on the phone because her mom found me or whatever. So her mom had found where I was at. And she asked, like, he got a blue truck? She said, yeah. And she was like, my mother-in-law, like, freaked out, like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? My mother-in-law freaked out. But when she got to my truck, I wasn't in the truck. The EMTs and the firefighters came. Police never came at all. No police ever came. The EMTs and the firefighters pulled up, and they said that they told my mother-in-law they thought I was in the truck dead. My truck literally was, you know what I'm saying, folded. Like, as you can see here in the video, I'm gonna put it up here for y'all. As you can see, my truck was folded, but you could see on my face that I was in shock. You know what I'm saying? I was in shock with my face. You know what I'm saying? I had blood coming out my ears. My knee was busted up, bleeding. My hand was damn near broke. I was talking to her. I don't remember talking to her. I don't remember the accident. Then Titi Rosa got on the phone. She aunt, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, you know, take it to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? She aired me out because I didn't want to go to the hospital. Luckily, I went to the hospital. I went to the emergency room. They said I was fine, but then they said, let's do something. Told one of the nurses or the doctors, let's do a CAT scan of the whole body. They did the CAT scan of my body, x-rays of my body and everything, and they said I had internal bleeding. I went into surgery about 2:30, 3 o'clock. I came out, what, 10:30, 11:30? Yeah. 10:30, 11:30. Like, it was almost an 8-hour operation. Because the fat on my bowels ruptured. You know what I'm saying? So, I was in operating for a long time. But during that period of time, I flatlined twice. That's first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? Second, all I can remember, I can't remember the accident, but I really do remember. You know, I remember. Listen, I'm gonna keep it straight up with y'all. First thing I experienced when I checked, it wasn't like hell, but it was hell. I seen people down there that I knew. I seen people that I didn't want to know. I seen people always, like, people gonna laugh at me and say what they want and think what they want. I seen rappers down there. Like, it was just so corrupt, you know what I'm saying? And people might not want to hear this, but listen, hell is real. You know what I'm saying? I've been there. Like, that was the second time I was close to death, you know what I'm saying? Because the first time was when I went to jail. And you know, I take antidepressant medicines. And I don't want to say what type of medicine I take on here, but I had a withdrawal. And, you know what I'm saying, I had like 2 or 3 seizures back to back. You know what I'm saying? And that was the worst, like the worst ever. Like, I'll get into that another story time. But this time, I was in hell. I'm talking about, I seen my grandma, my sister. I heard the Chi-Chi, Kiara, I heard everybody's voice, and then I seen her walk past my room. But it was like we was like an ice chamber. Like, I was like at the bottom of the hospital, like with a toe tag, like in a, you know, in the morgue, in the morgue or whatever. But I heard them, and then they walked past, and my grandma and my sister walked past first, and they peeked in there. Oh, they go right there. Like, I know how my sister be, and they just kept walking. I'm like, why didn't you come in here? So then Chi-Chi and Kiara stood at the door, and Messiah, and they were just staring, and I'm like, what? And they like blinked and just walked off. So I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, yo, what the hell's going on? So my roommate was a rapper. I'm not gonna say his name. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a clout chaser. I'm not gonna say his name. But my roommate was a rapper, and he still rap today. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the most influential rappers it is right now. He was my roommate, and he kept talking to me like, yo, you good, bro? I'm like, yo, stop talking to me. Like, leave me alone. Like, just leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Just leave me alone. Like that or whatever. And then he got tortured. He was getting tortured. I mean, the nurses was coming in the room, and they was like being nice to me, but they just kept messing with him. Like kept saying he's gonna get a phone call. He was gonna call home to this person, that person. And I seen what this person did. Like, he was behind a lot of stuff that happened. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff that happened. And it, like, was just amazing. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like, damn. Like, for real? Like that. Like, whoever watched this video, if you don't believe me, I do not care. You can think what you want, say what you want. I know what I seen, so it is what it is. And then it was like, they was like, all right, Mr. Bell, it's time for you to get up or whatever. This was like after like 6 hours of them arguing with this rapper. And he was just so annoying, bro. Like, I mean, he actually was even related to my wife. You know what I'm saying? That was her son. Like, my brain, yo, it was crazy. It was just crazy. Hell is real. I don't want to go there. That's point blank, period. Now, on to the good part. So after going towards the good part. So after I got up or whatever, and I seen what I seen about how the world's corrupt and you know, the Illuminati stuff and you know, just this wicked world we live in. I seen it all, y'all. I seen it all. Like, and I put this on my soul. On my soul. I could die tonight. I put this on my soul. This is what I seen. Like, I'm talking about, I seen some stuff. I seen who was behind the whole music industry, everything. Like, but I'm not gonna name drop. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Kanye West. I'm not Kyrie Irving. You know what I'm saying? So that's not me. But I know what I saw. You know what I'm saying? So in the mix of all that, so going towards the good part, you know, I'm still down to hell, and I'm seeing people getting tortured crazy. I'm seeing heads get pulled off, arms getting pulled out of socket, arms getting pulled off the body, legs getting pulled off the body, getting set on fire, getting stabbed, what, like ice picks and all that. Like, bro, it was freezing under though. It wasn't hot. How they say hell was hot, it wasn't hot, but it was still torture because it was super duper cold. I'm talking about like colder than it is outside right now. Like, it was colder than Antarctica. It was that cold. Like, niggas' lips was blue. Fingers was blue. You know what I'm saying? Frostbite was setting in. Like, it was that cold. Like, that was torture. You know what I'm saying? But next part of that band down in there, band down the hell. We went to this room. It was just like all, like, it was like dimmed, like a theater play, but it had like a red dim light. Like a red dim light. And it was a pool. So all this red liquid, I don't know if it's blood, whatever it was swirling, like making a whirlpool. And it was a door across. So I'm just standing there watching. I'm watching family, friends, homies, ex-homies. I'm watching them all like get swallowed up, drowning. Anybody that went through that hole was going to Paris, you know, going to the Lake of Fire. That's exactly what it was. So my grandma and my aunt, they are prayer warriors, you know what I'm saying? They are saved, sanctified, holy, strictly holy, you know what I'm saying? Like nothing else. They was standing on the side by the door. While the other people that was going out there to that light, which was heaven, they was walking out or whatever. But they had like a good... If I want to be... I'm going to say rough around from... I really wasn't counting, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to say it had to be over like 10,000 people. I mean, they was getting swallowed within seconds, though. The pool was emptying so fast. It was sad. Seeing my family members and friends and all that going down into that hole and couldn't get out. So I think it was like all women left. My grandma and my aunt was there. But the people that was going through that door couldn't help them out. And my grandma and my aunt Louise stood there. And they could not help nobody out that water. So the water, the current was strong. My Alisa got out. She got out. Messiah and each, all the kids was already just standing back, just watching or whatever. Because my grandma and Louise told them don't move. So my sister Talisha was having a hard time getting out. Tiara, my little sister Tiara, got swept down. I didn't see the rest of my brothers and sisters. If I did, I probably didn't care at the time because the moment we wasn't speaking. So I really probably didn't even have no remorse. Even in the state I was in, that was kind of messed up. But I hope they do make it to heaven. You know what I'm saying? But she got out. But my sister Talisha was having a hard time getting out, and that messed with me so bad. So I'm trying to yell like, Stank. I'm calling my wife. I'm calling Chi. I'm like, Stank, help her. And she wasn't supposed to do that. So the current start pulling harder and harder. So my baby little, my sister Talisha, she a thick bone. She a thick chick. You know what I'm saying? Not fat, not sloppy either. She thick. You know what I'm saying? And my wife was like pulling and pulling and pulling her. And she finally got her up. The hole closed. You hear screaming and hollering. Bro, I got goosebumps, bro. I got goosebumps, dog. Screaming and hollering. That's all you heard when that hole closed up. And they looked at me, but they was like looking through me. They went through that door. That light just was like. I got goosebumps, y'all. I got goosebumps. Hell is real. But this is the best part. Because when that light hit me, like the light hit me like a punch. Like it knocked me out again. Woke up. Quiet. at peace. When I say at peace, at peace. You look over this side, you got trees and grass. I mean, grass so beautiful. Like this beautiful, like, brick road. It wasn't golden. It was golden when I was in jail. I know that for a fact. It was golden. And when I was in jail. But this time, it was just like these beautiful bricks. But they was beautiful. And then I look over to this side, it was just a bunch of grass. The sky was like crazy color blue. Like, I'm talking about pretty, like a pretty blue. Clear skies. You didn't see that many clouds. But when you look down in the grass to my left, you see a tree. You seen two people with a child, like silhouette. Got closer. Like I said, I know what I seen. I know who I seen. I see these people every day because they right here on the wall, which was Chi, grandma, and grandpa. I never met them a day in my life. I never met them a day in my life at all. But I just knew who they was. Just by the stories that my wife told me, that my mother-in-law told me, you know what I'm saying? That Chi-Chi's Aunt Titi Rosa told me, what my bro, Chi-Chi brother, Zach told me, you know what I'm saying? My mom, she didn't speak that much English, and neither did Papa, but I knew that was her grandparents, because, like, I knew, I'm looking at these two people, I'm like, I never met them a day in my life, but then it's like, something came over, like, you know who they are, and I'm like, okay, bet, because when I look down, my son, that me and Chi-Chi had, King, he came right from between them. Same way he smiled at me when I think I flatlined when I was in jail. It's the same way, but he was older this time. Because if he was alive, he would have been going on 6 next August. He'd be 5 now, but he'd be going on 6 next August. And when King passed away, King was born March. I said March. That's Tyler. He was born August 4th, 2017. He lived for 9 hours and 7 minutes. He passed away. He never had a chance to open his eyes or whatever. He was born at 27 weeks. He was breached, and Chi-Chi didn't eat that much with him, and he was just a sickly child. So I'll say that for another story time too. His eyes was the same way, like they never opened, but his smile was big, and he was older, and he still had all the curly hair that I can remember. And it's like her grandparents brought him to me, so they walked back off. They walked back to the tree, so I'm looking. And all I could do was just sit there and smile. But I know where I was at because it was peaceful. It was so peaceful. It was so peaceful. So I'm talking to my son, asking him how he was doing. You know, but he never like really responded like with words. He just smiled, just smiled at everything I was saying. And I looked over in the grass. I'm like, I remember asking him this. I'm like, so you with grandma and grandpa? And he shook his head. Yeah, I still never opened. And he never stopped smiling. They put their hand out to him. And he went running back in the grass. He stopped midway and turned around and said, tell mommy I'm okay and you're going to be okay. And it's like my spirit got threw back inside my body. Because I woke up and jumped up so fast. And I vomited everywhere. I mean, I was throwing up like I had drunk. Like, I can't say because the ocean's so big. It's like I drunk I could say, you would have thought I drunk like 7 cases of waters. The 40 pack. Because, I was nothing but yellow. The vomit was yellow. I mean, my bed was so far away from the door, but that whole section coming into my room, to my bed, all right there, going to the bathroom and out towards the hallway of my hospital room. That's how much throw up I was doing. And I remember just spitting up hard. Mind you, I'm not even recognized I'm in a hospital. So I'm spitting up so hard. And then I just lift my gun. I'm like, Staples. Wait, what the hell am I doing in the hospital? Went back to sleep, and then I woke up. My baby was there, sitting right in the chair, and they was like, she been by your side the whole time. You got a good wife, you know what I'm saying? Day in, day out, from visiting the time when it start. They even let her come up an hour early, the nurses, because they was cool, because my aunts work at this hospital, Temple Hospital here in Philly or whatever. So they RNs, you know what I'm saying? They registered nurses. So they did 12-hour shifts. So they used to let her come up 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, when visitor hours wasn't supposed to be to 9 or whatever. And she'd get there sometime 7:30 in the morning, and she didn't leave till 9 o'clock at night. The lady she stayed one night was like almost like 10 o'clock, and then they finally came and got her. I was so irked. I'm like, just stay with me or whatever. But then, you know, I was off my medicines again, so I started hallucinating a little bit. And I went back to my, like, childhood. And I remember people coming to visit me and everything when I was coming to or whatever, but I still was, like, in and out of it. I remember my father-in-law coming to see me, my dad, my grandma, my grandpa, my Lisa, my sister, Talisha. My sister, Tiffany, was going to come up there, but she didn't want to see me like that. Of course, my brothers, they don't give two fucks about me. Excuse my language. Like, I just had to put it like that. My twin sister, she called up there every day, make sure I was good, even though we wasn't speaking, you know what I'm saying? We wasn't speaking the word, but she still called to make sure I was good, like call my aunts or whatever. Then my mom just went back to my childhood, like from my old hood. I mean, she'll tell you that I started snapping on her, my sister, like, because I had a catheter in. Y'all, listen, I cut my catheter off. I cut it off. She was wondering why I wanted scissors, because she said that I told her that it was a piece of my gown stuck there, so I wanted to cut it. And she said, I started snapping on her, like, yeah, you see the cabins right there, you acting stupid. Da, da, da. So my sister walked out, because my sister started crying because she knew I was hallucinating. So she texted her aunt, and her aunt was like, "Che, don't forget his medicine." She was like, "Oh, snaps." And, you know what I'm saying, she came back with my medicine or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And, what else happened? Yeah, she came back with my medicine or whatever. And, she told the doctors what was going on. But my childhood came back to me. It was so crazy because everybody was alive from my childhood that I grew up with. All my homies that I grew up with, most of them are dead. Like 90% of them are dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even in jail. They came home with jail and still, you know what I'm saying, got murdered and got this stuff into all these situations or whatever. It was, like, crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. Moral of this story is that I'm trying to get out there to the people that's my age, you know what I'm saying, and they teenagers, early 20s, mid-20s, late 20s, early 30s, like myself. Bro, please, I'm begging y'all to get yourself right. Get yourself right. Because hell is real and heaven is for real. Heaven is real. Hell is real. I experienced it. I experienced hell twice. I experienced heaven twice. God and Jesus, both of them, the Father and the Son, they trying to tell me and show me something. Something's going to take place soon. Y'all need to get right. I'm not coming on here trying to be no preacher. I don't care who don't believe me. I don't care what anybody got to say. I know what I've seen. I know what I went through. Nobody been through much stuff as I've been through. See, I almost cursed right there. I got a habit. I gotta stop cursing. You know what I'm saying? I done been, YouTube don't strike us for this, but I done been shot at. I done shot at people. I done been to jail. I done been to juvenile. I done been in car accidents. I done been in motorcycle accidents. I done been in still in my grandma's car, still in my aunt's car. What else? I done lied to get myself in good situations, lied to get myself out of bad situations. I done told the truth and still got put in bad situations. I done had doors slammed in my face. Like when it came to me with these jobs, or like with jobs and all that, I done got no at the no at the no and doors shut at the shut at the shut at the shut right in my face. But you know how I see that? Every door that's shut, God is going to open a door so big that it's going to take the whole world to close this door on me. And nobody can be able to close this door on me, man. And I'm telling y'all this because God is real. Jesus is real, bro. If you don't believe in him, you better start believing him today. I don't knock nobody's religion. I don't care what you believe in. I don't care what your religion is. I know what I've seen. I know what I saw. I know what I've been through. I'm not judging nobody. You can judge me all you want. Only God can judge me. I know what I saw, and it was crazy. It was crazy. It was unbelievable. The hell part, this time hell was way worse than the first time I experienced hell. Because the first time I experienced hell it was hell, but it was like, I don't even want to get into that. That was wild. That story is wild. That story wild. But this time, I felt it, and I know it. When I pass away later on in life, I know where I'm going. I'm going to heaven. I don't want to go to hell at all, because they said it's hot down there. I don't like the heat. I'm a wonder baby. I like the cold, but that was too cold. I don't want to be down there if it's cold either. I'm cool. I'm not getting stabbed with nothing and stung by nothing. None of that type of stuff. I don't want to be here for the 7 years of tribulation. None of that type of stuff. I know y'all gonna look at me like, yo, he got all these tats and all that, and he did that. He's scared of all that. I'm very scared of hell. I fear God and Jesus more, though. That's the difference. Because just like that, he could take me out. You know what I'm saying? I always get kidney stones. I can catch an infection fast as hell. I have asthma. I can stop breathing at any given point. Sometimes in my sleep, Chichi be thinking I'll be stop breathing. Like she'll move or something to make me move, just to make sure I'm cool. Because she be scared. I'll be like, why don't you just tap me? Get right. That's all I'm telling y'all. Y'all need to get right. Get right or y'all gonna get left. Y'all need to get right or y'all gonna get left. And I'm only telling y'all this because I want to see as many people that I know that's here on earth to go to heaven, bro. Point blank, period. Because you go to hell, bro, I feel sorry for you. Because that's not your death. Your death is the lake of fire. But you get tortured when you first go to hell. Listen, man, like I said, I'm not coming over here being a preacher or none of that type of stuff. I'm telling you what I experienced, what I seen, what I saw, what I know. You know what I'm saying? Pick up the Bible, read the Bible sometimes. Pray. When you in the middle of being stressed out and you feel like your world's turned upside down, you about to lose your mind, pray. Get on your knees and pray. If you driving somewhere and you feel like you about to pass out or you get tired, pray. Ask Jesus to help you. People don't like to hear that name Jesus. They don't. They really don't. They despise it so much, and it's crazy. But they won't despise these other false prophets. I'm not even about to be fake and disloyal to God and Jesus. I'm gonna say my word and say my piece. I did stuff in my life that I can't take back. I wish I could take it back. I'd have said some things that I can't take back to people. You know what I'm saying? I'd have said stuff to my grandma, my mom, my dad, my brothers and sisters, co-workers, old bosses, friends. I done made racial comments, you know what I'm saying? No matter if I'm playing or I was serious, you know what I'm saying? So anybody I offended, I apologize, you know what I'm saying? Right here, live on camera. Anybody offended, if I say anything racial to you, if I say anything to hurt your feelings, family members, friends, whoever, old co-workers, anybody. If I say anything to offend you, I apologize, point blank, period. Because having hate in your heart, you will not enter the kingdom of heaven with hate in your heart. That's something you cannot do. Because Jesus said, how can we love him and we can't love the ones that we see? And that's sticking in my head all the time. Like, how? That's a good question. How can you be like, oh, I love God, I love Jesus, but then you see Donald Trump on TV, or you see Will Smith, or Kanye West, or Jay-Z, or Lil Baby, or whoever. It don't matter, celebrity or not, a YouTuber. Oh, I hate them. I don't like them. And then you go to bed at night. Oh, I love Jesus, I love God, but how can you love him when you don't even love the people you see? We never met God or Jesus, but he loved us. We gotta start doing the same. We gotta become better as people. We have to become one. This divide between race and color and gender and all that, just stop it, bro. We can't judge nobody. Only God can judge us. Like I said, I ain't here to preach. I just came to tell y'all what I seen and what I've been through. If y'all want any more story time from me, you know what I'm saying? Comment down below or hit me on the gram, you know what I'm saying? And I can tell y'all more. But this is the end of the video. That's all I got for y'all right now. Just know, like I said, heaven is for real. Read the Bible, pray, stay in church, stay close by the cross. Every want and need that you want and need, God will give it to you. Jesus will give it to you. Just pray, believe, have faith, and everything will prosper and come to you. But that's all I got for y'all, man. I am out.